Hey everybody, welcome back to Liberty and Racing for All. And this is the month of July, so very hot. Texas has been rather kind to us this summer. Hasn't been super duper hot like the past couple summers, but this is going to be one of the first of a couple of days that are going to be in the low hundreds. So I have my water out with me, making sure staying plenty hydrated. And what am I doing out here? Well, let me go back and tell you the backstory. So, July 12th was supposed to be one of my go-kart races. I believe we ran July 12th. The next race, I can't remember when it was also supposed to be a night race, but it got canceled due to scheduling conflicts based on whether they should move it to a day race, a morning race, or keep it as a night race and stuff like that. And they're like, you know what, fine, let's just cancel the whole thing. So the scheduling conflicts were due to heat in the area. So the rest of these lonely, long weekends, I've been working in the heat instead of playing in the heat, which is somewhat ironic. And I decided, you know, while I don't have a racetrack, I might as well build my own. So this is turns 1 and 2 of the Merriman Motorsports Park, and I got a little Yamaha 125cc dirt bike. I just zip around here. Let's see if we can show you turns 3 and 4. There's turns 3 and 4 way down there, and I have had this track for quite a while, but as time goes on, like, it kind of gets a little overgrown. I was working on my dirt bike quite a bit over the past couple months, so I haven't had a lot of opportunities to ride, and it's just kind of fallen into general disrepair. So what I did is, way over there in my neighbor's yard, there's that giant pile of dirt. I'm starting to slowly move parts of that pile. I can't use all the pile because he was going to use it for something else, but I'm using parts of that pile to start to rebuild the banking of these corners. So while I can't quite give you an onboard tour of what this would look like, there's my uncle's tractor that I'm using for this. I can kind of give you a little walk around lap of what it would look like after this is finished. There's the entrance to the track in turns 3 and 4, and you'll do a warm-up lap. And what I'm really wanting to fix on this track are these little pockets. So you can see right here, all of this is level ground, and then it becomes a sudden bank right there. And what that'll do is that'll slide the dirt bike up to the outside line. And then once you're in the outside line, you can rip it. But what I wanted from this track when I built it was to kind of have like a multi-lane deal where you can kind of move around on the track and get a feel for the different lines. So that's one of the main reasons why I'm fixing this. But as you come through turn 4 up over this giant stump or branch or root or whatever it is, then you hit the restart zone. Restart zone, you're going to start picking up your speed, go from first gear to second gear. This is a pretty small track, so you're only going to have to go through 2 gears really. So you're running second gear all the way down the front stretch. You're going to hit the top of second gear, and you can see here's some of the braking spots. Brake, and right here is where you got to decide what line you're going to go in. You can either kind of hang the rim up on the high side, or you can try sliding it through the low side. I really want to get better at being able to slide the corners on a dirt bike, so I usually try to go with the low line and then kind of pick up the throttle here, use that outside line, that rim right around the outside to kind of catch me, and then you're back to full throttle. You can see that was a big downhill section. So 1 and 2 is all downhill, and what's kind of hard is you're taking what I call a left-hand turn into a right side banking. So that's another thing that I want to fix, is I want to kind of dig out a little bit of this corner, make it better to kind of use the inside line on. And then all the way down the back stretch, you're not going to get as far into the top end of the second gear as you are down the front stretch, because this is a very very close layout similarity to Darlington. So turns 1 and 2 are very big, turns 3 and 4 are very narrow, so you're gonna have to start getting on the brakes probably right where we just walked past through that shaded spot right there. Get on the brakes right here, downshift to the first gear, and then because of that root or branch or whatever it is, you don't really have a choice. You're kind of just stuck on the outside line, just like Darlington. And while that is pretty fun, just to have a really cool similar layout to Darlington, it also doesn't really make for good ride training on using different lines and stuff. So you kind of come back up the hill through turns 3 and 4. And I'm standing at the very top of turn 4 right now. So that is one lap at the Merriman Motorsports Park. Oh my gosh, it's windy. I don't even know if you can hear me or not. I might have to do this again. Whatever. So, thank you to my sponsors. Insulate This, Papa Ricky's company, the K&R Faithful Farms YouTube channel, that's Lolly and Poppy, along with Ellis, Whitney, and Cody, and Grandma. And then also, we have Uncle Rhino Racing. That is my Uncle Ryan, coming from down in Austin, Texas. So, thank y'all for getting my racing stuff, being able to square that away so I can do other fun stuff like this. Or Colossians 3:23, do everything as working for the Lord and not for man, and I will see you later.